Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAdie's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. When most people think of Marvel Zombies, they picture infected versions of Spider-Man, Wolverine, or Captain America tearing their way through the multiverse. But what if I told you Marvel's first zombie wasn't caused by a virus, wasn't even a superhero, and predates all of them by decades? Meet Simon Garth, Marvel's original undead monster, and arguably the first Marvel zombie. Simon Garth first appeared in Menace No. 5 way back in 1953 when Marvel was still known as Atlas Comics. However, it wasn't until the 1970s when he really shambled into horror history. In Tales of the Zombie No. 1 in 1973, Simon was reintroduced as a New Orleans businessman turned voodoo zombie. He was captured by a cult and resurrected by the amulet of Damballa, cursed to walk the earth as the undead, trapped in his own body, fully aware, but powerless to control it. Somewhat similar to the monsters of the Marvel Zombies universe, Simon was also a tragic figure, fighting to retain his humanity while being forced to kill. Simon Garth predates Marvel Zombies by over 30 years. There was no viral outbreak, no alternate Earth, just dark voodoo magic, a cursed artifact, and a soul that couldn't rest. After his 1970s reintroduction, Simon became a key figure during this time and bloomed alongside characters like Morbius, Werewolf by Night, and Man-Thing. His stories were published under Marvel's Black and White Curtis magazine's imprint, which allowed for darker, more violent content than their color comics at the time. It would be years later in 2009 that Simon would re-emerge as one of the most important characters in Marvel Zombies 4. At the end of Marvel Zombies 3, zombie Deadpool's head was sent to the 616 universe inside a containment jar. While it was initially under the watchful eye of the dimensional protection group called Armor, a zombie invasion from Earth 2149 would cause Deadpool's head to get lost in the mix, where it would be picked up by Simon, and the pair would escape the facility. It is then in Marvel Zombies 4, the Midnight Suns, including Morbius, Hellstrom, and Werewolf by Night, are forced to track down Simon and Deadpool's severed head before the infection can spread to Earth 616. It was during this mission that the Marvel Zombies virus had mutated to the point where it went full-on airborne inside of a giant storm cloud, threatening to infect the mainline Marvel universe. The Midnight Suns were luckily able to summon a magic spell that contained the entire virus within Garth's body, causing him to inadvertently save this entire realm. Although that's a pretty dangerous plot device to have there, just an entire multiversal plague locked up inside you. I'm sure nothing bad will come out of this. It probably absolutely will. So there you have it. Simon isn't just your typical Marvel zombie. He doesn't have the hunger, he wasn't infected by a virus, and he's not an evil alternate version of a superhero. However, he is a Marvel character, he's undead, and he's canonically involved in the Marvel Zombie storyline. He's not just the first Marvel zombie, he might just be the most important that nobody talks about. And despite being dead, he's still got great hair. So the next time someone says someone like the Century was the first Marvel zombie, tell them it was actually a cursed 1970s businessman from New Orleans. If you love this breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe. I try to post daily deep dives into the darkest corners of the Marvel lore. And if you're trying to get in superhero shape, follow me on Instagram at McAdie's Fitness and DM the word super for a free Spider-Man workout plan. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.